Hello, YouTube. This is A Script Master here with the Nubatama clan from
哦，
Catastrophic Outbreak.
这是 Ninja Nacho here，大叔。
Get out! You're not
I'm
even
kind of
Asian.
normal here, just saying.
Get
What did you
out! You're not even Asian, man.
I'm not. Wait. Which one of us is an Asian?
I'm
Asian
I'm
Master's a team Asian.
I'm
Every card
talking
is
I'm talking to
team Asian.
Natsu. You are not Asian. You cannot. Okay, so this is Nubatama. This is the first card here.
I'm sorry.
You might not be able to see it because they are
It's a
ninja.
ninja. We don't
But
need stuff, yeah.
um okay, all jokes aside, this is the first card. Um
What?
this
Oh my god!
I popped.
These are the less OP Nubatama cards, but we were trying to show the other ones, but they're ninjas, so we can't show you the OP ones. Here are the bad ones, though.
So this is the first one. Sure Stealth Dragon Kabuki Kongo. So this unit skill is a limit break 4.
I
When
feel
this
slightly
unit
racist.
when this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost, which is Counterblast 1. If you do, you bind all of your opponent rearguard face up, and if the number of cards in your opponent bind zone is 3 or more, this unit get power plus 10,000 until end of battle, and at the end of turn, all cards bound with this card effect go into their hand. Also, you can counterblast 1 for 2,000 power.
That's
Oh,
that's not the power.
it's pretty good. But
Good.
on the other side, this card is actually really good because there are other cards that power up when you bind opponent's cards, so it can definitely add up a lot of power. The only not well, sort of like not bad, but like ungood thing about this card is that they get all the units back to their hand, so they can kind of rearrange their field as they want. And like if you're facing like a soup deck that has like Dark Cat, they can just keep abusing Dark Cat to hit their stack. So that's the only negative downside of this card. But otherwise, this card's really good.
And sure,
Or
be careful of cards that allow them to draw.
Or, if you're facing this card, you play a perfect guard to the rear guard, and then they might not want to bind your units anymore.
Oh, that's so mean.
But
Best idea ever.
it's so stupid, but it totally work against.
No. We already discussed this in the Nova Grappler raid. Even though you weren't there, the only card stupid in this set is Essex Buster Extreme. That card is stupid.
Yes, okay. Also, I do not know why, but this is actually a double R rarity,
Even though it's the main card of the set.
even though it's the main card of the set.
We're not the set. What do you mean the clan?
I mean, yeah, the clan. Um,
It means easier to get.
Also, it's good that Nubatama are finally back. They waited 12 sets, and how many years was that?
Long.
12. Let me see. 12. They're like about 4 sets a month, so like about 3 years.
Yep, 3 years since their last cards. Um,
Finally got that support.
yep. So our next card is Shura Stealth Dragon Kujikiri Kongo. This one is the one that's a triple R or a SP.
And it's the break ride.
It's a brick ride.
I think it's only the second break ride that's the triple R. The only other triple R break ride is Ramio. As far as I can remember.
Oh, how about transport?
Transcore's a double R. Wait, no, Transcore's a triple R, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so it's one of those rare
What
triple R break rides.
what
Anyway,
about all the cards from Fighter Collection 2013? Metis, Blaeobris, and
that's
Electric
different. That's all triple R set though.
So this unit, when a Nubatama rides this unit, choose your Vanguard. It gets
Yeah, well,
10,000 power for the turn, and then your opponent has to choose a card from their hand and discard it, and then choose a card from their hand and bind it face down.
that
Um,
-2 on their hand.
well, 1, because the bound card goes back to their hand at end of turn, but it's temporary.
No one ever saw. No one heard that.
What?
Um,
What was that? What?
What? Okay, the second skill is when this unit attacks, if the number of cards in your opponent hand is 3 or less, this unit gets 2000 power for the battle. However, your opponent having 3 or less unit never happen.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Never. Not
If it was
not
for the other card, it was for the other card then. No, not even. I just don't like that period. It's just bad.
okay.
The break ride effect is good, but the plus 2000 requirement is kind of eh.
Okay. Next up, we have Stealth Dragon Kokujo. Now, I usually do everything in about terms of rarity, but this is a common, but it is so good.
It's the
Um,
best card.
as a rear guard, during your turn, when opponent card is put into bind zone, if you have Nubatama Vanguard, this unit 2000 power.
So you use it with the main card and it gets an extra 10,000 power. It's so insanely good.
Yeah,
Yep, for common. Just wow.
and even more if you use the brake ride and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh my.
that plus 12k power. Oh yeah,
Okay, so next is Stealth
PG.
Beast Mijina Gakure. Not
It's a
much
PG.
not much to say here. It looks awesome.
It does look pretty cool.
Next is Stealth Fiend Daidara Hoshi. This is one of those limit break plus as a rear guard 12k attacker.
Which is
Pretty
also pretty
standard.
good.
Um, next is Stealth Beast Tamahagane. When it's placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, you choose a Rear Guard to bind, and at the end of the turn, it goes to their hand. So
It's all right.
if you don't have your ace, like you have the Break Ride on the field, you can still like bind their interceptor so that they can't intercept with it.
And power up the that plus 2 take power
Yeah.
card
And
there
then
too.
they have it back in their hand and then play it again.
Well, yeah, but that's always a risk with these new cards.
Hmm.
Next is the starter, Stealth Beast Kuroko.
It's the most trolly card if your opponent plays Dungry.
Yeah. Um, it's a forerunner. Not much to say there. If this unit boosts and the attack hits the Vanguard, if you
Soul Blast.
have a Nubatama Vanguard, you Soul Blast, and you choose up to 2 cards in their bind zone and put them into the drop. So you
Nope.
can potentially make their bind from the break ride a permanent discard or basically pseudo retire a unit.
You can even get rid of C-Stamp Auto this way.
Yes, you can get rid of C-Stamp Honor.
Like a boss. Because this is one of the only 2 ways to do it. The other way we'll get into in the next vid.
Yep. So next is
The only bad thing about that card, though, I want to say, is that Nubatama's not like any way to get Soul, so it's kind of limited in how many times you can use it. It's still really good, but
it's
there's like
for the tactical pressure, especially because if you're like break ride and the ace and then bind their field and then suddenly you're coming in with 5,000 boost but a 30,000 unboosted Vanguard.
Exactly. And then make the -2. Like, oh man, it's so good.
Okay. And then we have Stealth Rogue of the Thousand Blades, Oboro Zakura. Enough said. Have
It's
a nice day. And Stealth Rogue Under the Moon, Sakura Fubuki.
It's a vanilla.
They're both vanillas. I bet Sakura has super strength because probably trained by Tsunade.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds you of Byakuya from Bleach with the flower and the blade and everything.
kinda.
Semblin Sakura.
Oh. Next we have Stealth Fiend Gozuki. Gozuki's skill is once per turn, you can send one zombie type monster from your deck to your graveyard.
Wrong game.
Okay, right. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard or a Rear Guard with a limit break, this is 11k,
Which is not bad.
which is not bad. If you're at grade 3, this is gonna be happening
plus 1K.
anyway.
Yeah, because every Nubatama grade 3 except for one has 11k, and you're not gonna use the 9k. You're not. It's not happening.
I tech one. I
You
tech
do?
one, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's cool pressure. It makes 16s with Dreadmaster and stuff.
Dreadmaster? What?
Yeah. Next is Stealth Fiend Mizuki. Mizuki. Mizuki's effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard to target a zombie type monster in your graveyard and special summon that target.
No, it brings back Grand Blues. Don't be, come on.
Its real effect for
Counterblast 1
Meizuo.
when it boosts the Limit Breaker, and then it's a 9k booster. It's not that great, really.
Yeah, it's not something you'd use too much because you have to boost the limit break.
Yeah.
It's not it's not like the other one where if you have a limit break, you have to boost the limit break.
And you have to Counterblast too for that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although Numatamas don't have a lot of Counterblast, so, you know.
Yeah,
It's possible for right now.
it's possible. Next is the Storm Stealth Road Fuki. You were mentioning how Nubatamas don't get much soul. Well, looks like you're wrong.
Well, I
Uh,
didn't see all this stuff yet.
okay. This is like a Kimnara for Kagero, where it's Counterblast 1, put this unit in your soul, but this time it's if your opponent has 3 or more cards in their hand,
Mhm.
you can pay the cost, and you choose a card from random from your opponent's hand, bind it face down, and it goes back. So it's like Uriel for Oracle Think Tank, except you don't need 6 soul to use it.
So it's kind of better.
And it's like pseudo unlike the break ride, which is your opponent chooses what to bind, this is from
Huge.
random. This is from random, which means you can, if you hit a PG, you're pretty set.
Usually, unless they have several PGs. Then
Well, you might have several Fukis,
yeah,
right?
it's awful like that.
Okay, next is Stealth Dragon Kodachi Fubuki, Counterblast 1, plus 1,000 power.
It's
Nothing
one
to
of those
see,
standard cards.
nothing to see here. And the other starter, if you so wish, Stealth Ogre of the Feast, Shuten Maru. It's a forerunner. When an attack hits the Vanguard, when this unit boosts a limit breaking Nubatama, you put this in Soul, draw a card.
It's all right,
It's all
but the other
right.
one's just better.
It's the other one has the pressure,
I know it's so much
and
better.
everyone loves the pressure of making them potentially -2.
Exactly, that minus so good.
Uh, we're just gonna look at this card. It's a set 1 card, but this is very useful anyways.
Exactly.
For all the pressure, Counterblast 1, when this boosts the Nubatama and it hits, if you have less cards than your opponent, which sometimes you do, sometimes you don't,
Mhm.
then they have to discard a card. You know, the usual.
Well,
And no one likes going minus because the hand's most valuable resource in Vanguard.
yes.
Except for Grand Blue.
Now I'm kind of looking at this. A lot of these seem pretty counter. A lot of them use counterblasts.
Not really.
Well, Counterblast 1.
Counterblast one, yes, but that will still add up later.
It'll add up eventually, but it lets you do more things. Especially when you tag team. But
Yeah, let's do.
next, we have triggers. Triggers are triggers. Here's a crit. Here's a draw. Here's a heal. It looks like Hinata. Just
Naruto?
saying. From Naruto, yeah.
Interesting.
Which is strange because Hinata is not a medical ninja.
Mhm.
Don't matter. And our stand trigger.
Stan, we need another crit. This con needs another crit.
No, they
This
don't.
one
Don't
you
use
can
it on
put the
crit.
unit in your soul. Nubatama gets 3,000 power. But the main problem with stands in this deck is the fact that Kabuki Kongo is on attack, bind stuff.
Exactly.
If this was during the main phase and you could only do it once per turn, you know, the usual. If you could only do it once per turn, but it was during the main phase, like an act skill,
Uh-huh.
then
It would be
this would
better.
be this could then stands would be really good because this is 19, you attack. If you hit a
24.
stand trigger, you have 19 again. But because of the fact that it's on attack,
Yeah.
yeah, enough said.
Alright.
Okay. So that is all we have to say about the Nubatama. So see you next time. Um, in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, we will be reviewing the Angel Feather clan in this
Angel Feather.
set.
Wait, we're in Dragon Ball Z now?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I just pooped my pants instead. I'm sorry. Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Uh, maybe one of us, and maybe in the next episode we'll try to get Super Saiyan 2 or something.
I
I
tried.
never
It'll
I
be
never
Ace Master.
watched Dragon Ball, so
Don't do it.
Ace Master will be the
You'll
Super Saiyan.
regret it. You will
it's probably
regret
not
this.
that bad, but like, man, I don't feel like doing that. Anyways, this has
Very tough. Signing out.
yeah.